She my girl, she my rider. See, that's a pole for survival. She's my pimp and I'm a Michael. Let it go like a rifle, ride it like a psycho, play it like a vinyl, praise me like an idol, never ever spiteful, always, always vital. She knows that I'm psycho, very homicidal, baby so sexy, you know she's my ride.
Hey love, welcome to the ChiLove radio show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio and Spotify Premium. We're back at it again. Today we have some lovely guests, some more black excellence to recognize in the building. So help me welcome our first guest for tonight, Mr. Harold Dennis, Miss Mara Foster, and Miss Rachel White. Ow!
Just in case y'all wasn't woke, let me wake you up right now, okay?
Yeah.
So ChiLove radio show is sponsored by no other than ChiLove LLC. So this is Love in Black History Recognition here. And so far, we have had some wonderful guests and we're going to continue to add to them. But on this day, February 17th, a star was born. Michael Jordan, did y'all know that? Yep. He wasn't born in Chicago, but he ended up coming here and doing some great things. So you youngins who don't know who Michael Jordan is, Google him. So we're going to start off with the recognitions at first. And I would like Mr. Harold Dennis to stand, please.
You should stand?
Yes, sir.
All right now.
All right. Standing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Harold Dennis here. He's a 20-year actor, over 150 film credits, facilitated and produced acting workshops. He's a member of the Black Harvest Community Council and is a volunteer manager for the Midwest Film Festival. Currently, he teaches at the Second City Training Center acting on camera course. Who said that there was nothing good going on in the hood of Chicago? I want to say thank you for contributing to Black excellence.
Thank you.
Make some noise for that brother right there. Let's get it. Yes.
We are very proud of you here at the ChiLove radio show.
Thank you.
And you could have been doing anything. You could have chose any path to, use your life, to utilize your time with. But you chose to get out there on the big screen, to follow your passion, and then to teach others. And for that, I am proud of you.
Thank you very much.
So if you would like to let the people know where to reach you or have something that you would like to share, you're more than welcome. The floor is yours.
Oh, can I sit?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Yeah. I do acting workshops, and all you have to do is find me on Instagram or Twitter, 99 Films on the Wall, and say you're in Chicago and you want to take some acting lessons. I'm available for that. And then if you're not, you can hit me up on a Facebook video chat. I do workshops there too, where it'll be individualized, and Skype. So, I'm available to work with people, and I've been doing this 20 years, and I've been teaching for 10, and teach over Second City acting on camera. So, I do what I do, and I train too. I've been in classes for 20 years myself. I don't just teach it, I steadily train. And, it's working out. Tons of films and many more coming.
All right, very good, very good.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to come back with some more recognitions because we have some more wonderful people here, as you can see. But we're going to start off with a little conversation question. Since we have, both the testosterone and the estrogen here in height.
Okay.
Now, as women, what are some tips that you would have for those of either the opposite sex or same sex, just someone who is entering a relationship with a woman? What is it that you feel like people should know coming into a relationship with a woman?
Marva like, yeah, go ahead. Well, let me get on my soapbox. No, go ahead. Okay, as Rachel Jane, I'm gonna answer this question for y'all. I think my number one tip with any relationship, because whether it's a friendship, whether it's a relationship that you're getting in on a love level, is just stop putting so many conditions on people to be your everything. You should be your everything. Don't put that pressure on another person to make you happy, to give you peace, to wash all your cares away. Because that's not their job. Their job is to be the best version of themselves and to be the real version of themselves. And together, you guys figure out how to compromise and come together and form a beautiful union. So my best advice is just be exactly who you are, and to love people unconditionally. And if you don't understand what that means, what that looks like, just do some research. And just be your true self. Don't pretend to be anyone but yourself.
Yes. Very good, very good.
Harold?
Same thing.
What, relationships being the best that you can be?
As a man, there's always like battle of the sexes.
Right.
Whereas women are saying, men need to know this when they come into relationships with us, and men are saying, well, women need to know this when they come into relationships.
Great. Yeah, I was talking to my younger brother a couple nights ago. He's been married for 15 years. And his conversation was he's been married this whole time is because him and his wife aren't competing. So, you know your role. You get in a relationship,
Right.
Yeah. And obviously everyone knows that love is a verb. You have to do and keep doing, and, it'll reciprocate. And if it doesn't, then, you got a situation you have to handle. Just keep doing.
And we're going to continue to keep doing and talk about the love and relationships. And what about keep doing? What is it that we need to keep doing? What are the conditions? We're going to let all this marinate in the public eye for a second. And let the words just, settle in.
Simmer in. Let's get on the video.
And we're going to be right back. Don't go nowhere. Shout out to the Facebook people who coming in, the YouTube people who coming in, everybody that's joining us on these lives. I'm grateful to have you all here with me.
We are grateful to be here. Very honored to be here.
Yes, indeed. And we will be right back with the ChiLove radio show on Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium.
She be on her bag, got her own plan, don't need it on man. She good with her back, she get to the stacks, it don't make them like that. She keep her gas, straight from the rack, she don't never lack. Don't fuck with no rats, you know I'm a dog, I'm good with the cat. I'm a boss with the hits, she be with.
Welcome back to the ChiLove radio show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. We're recognizing Black excellence in Chicago. We are continuing Black history. We teach our kids where we came from, but we don't even acknowledge that we are continuing history. So today, the ChiLove show, and this month, we are recognizing those who we consider are continuing on with Black history here in Chicago. And we were talking about love and relationships, and we ended off with Mr. Harold Dennis talking about playing your role in your relationship and the things to keep on doing. Now, let me ask you this. Is the role according to the individual, or is there a set of rules that everybody is supposed to adhere to once they decide to either play man or woman?
I didn't get into that deep conversation with him. You when you get with someone, you discover who they are, and he discover who you are, and you guys work it out.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
And I talked about doing, everyone knows what I mean when I say doing. Go buy some flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Go pay the mortgage.
Everybody doesn't know that. Sometimes you have to make those things clear.
Yeah.
Everybody on such Netflix and chill these days, they forget about the flowers and the mortgage.
Right.
Yeah, Valentine's Day. What did you do for yours? They say the women. I hear the women say, "Don't give me nothing for Valentine's Day," but I discovered, that women quietly do expect a little something.
That's what we really mean.
Yeah.
Right.
Better get us something for that.
And it's like you're being around this woman, so you should know, to do it.
Do
Even if
something.
she's saying it's not a big deal.
Yeah, we just want some thought and some
Yes.
effort.
Do something.
Yes.
Last minute run and go grab some flowers. Put some effort.
Even if you ain't gonna spend money, go to the dollar store and get some paintbrushes, some canvas.
Oh
creative.
my gosh. Be
Draw a
creative.
love heart on that sucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Take some of the weight off of her. If she has to, do chores, make sure the house clean. When she comes in, let the house already be clean. Let the kids
Right.
already be put up.
She always
a lot of
cook
that
the
weight
meal.
and stuff, yeah.
Make something
And it
from
really
the heart.
give her more time
Yeah.
to have more fun and be able to bond more with her partner, the less that a woman has on her plate.
Right.
So, okay, so as we're
Taking
talking
notes.
about,
Write that down.
what is it that we need to do as people, and we're saying to get to know the person. Now, yes, you do have to get to know the person. What about in the instance where a person misrepresents themselves and then you find out that they're not who they say they are? Is that something that's forgivable? Because we're going to go into the what's forgivable. Is that a forgivable?
Depends on what
I
it
guess
is.
it just depends because everyone puts on this slight facade when you first meet them because you want this image of a certain level of perfection. I'll be keeping it real. I'm like, look, boo. Because I don't like wasting my time and I don't so I'm be like, this is who I am, love it or leave it, bye, my brother, it's okay. But I think that if you're lying about some deep, serious stuff, like who you are, you really got 3 wives and 10 kids, and baby, no, it ain't no forgiveness, bad, but if you're just trying to simply impress, and so you just keep a few things, kind of hidden until it's the right time to present it, then that's understandable to me.
Okay.
But it just really depends on the situation.
Okay, very good.
Let's keep it 100. Just
100.
because we can save months and years if you put
Definitely.
everything kind of out there on the table. Because that's how I am. People be like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you what you
But
want.
this is what I want. This is what I expect. This is who I am. If you don't want any of those, then bye, brother. It's okay."
Because it's a different philosophy. I believe in the choose and be chosen.
Mm-hmm.
And see, in that case, there is no, I don't have to have anything. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? This is me.
This is who I am.
You with it and I'm with it and we with it.
Right. There you go.
Whereas others manipulate and deceive and run game and such.
Right.
Yeah.
So that tends to cause a lot of the problems when you're not giving the person a chance to choose if this characteristic of yours is something that they could live with.
Right. Exactly.
And you mentioned, who I am. And I want everybody to know who she is, Miss Barbara Foster.
I get a little loud.
Stand please, Miss
Louder
Foster.
than Bob. Louder than me, girl.
I told you don't turn up this mic all the way 'cause I'm loud.
I seen the red, I turned you down.
I would like to recognize you for continuing to add to Black excellence, especially here in Chicago. For those of you who don't know, Miss Barbara Foster is a real nurse, a registered nurse. So if somebody passes out up in here, she would know what to do.
Okay.
Not only
I have me asthma attack tonight.
she is an actress and an entrepreneur. She was featured on Empire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD, and Chicago Fire. And that's she on the ChiLove representing Chicago. This woman is about Chicago.
Okay.
She's in some movies entitled Orphans of God, Black Coffee, Crayotopia, Widows, Proven Innocent, The Red Line, and a Happy Birthday web series by Antoine Goldmeyer. She also was in the film Combating Domestic Violence, which I really like and appreciate because that's something that's very common, more common than we realize, especially here in Chicago, unfortunately. So anything that is awakening the people to the disadvantages of domestic violence, because there really isn't any advantages to it. It's a control situation. and to let young ladies know, and young men, because young men go through domestic violence as well, know the signs and things to look for, then we can help to save each other and save ourselves. So I really like that. And she's also the producer of her very own talk show, Miss Margaret and Miss Rachel J.C. And you can catch them every Friday at 7 o'clock live on Facebook with none other than Rachel J, baby. So I want everybody to get her around the phone.
Come on, Miss Boss.
And I want to tell you thank you very
What you
much.
sitting down for?
And I
You ain't told to sit.
am proud of you. Thank you for contributing to Black excellence here in Chicago. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
It's all love, and you may have your seat.
Is that okay?
Yeah. You ain't told to sit down yet.
Okay.
So we were talking about what is forgivable in relationships. So far, if a person, depending on what they were hiding, they kind of determines what is forgivable.
Right.
So is there, because we talk about unconditional love, right?
Right.
Right.
Is that safe?
Yeah, it is. You're always protected. You win regardless. Because if I'm loving this man unconditionally, that means that I fully understand the essence of who I am. And whether it's a lesson or a blessing, I'm winning. I'm learning a lesson from the relationship, or I'm in a healthy relationship because I'm allowing him, giving him space to be him. He don't have to modify who he is to meet me because I'm coming into the relationship loving myself, giving myself what I need, so I can fully allow him to embrace who he is and be who he is, and we come together because we're both straight. Mentally, physically, spiritually, we can come together and actually do purposeful work instead of coming together trying to mend each other, dealing with baggage, all that unnecessary stuff because
you
we're
making
both
so
broken.
many points within points.
I'm sorry, I'm saying, I will, girl.
You making so many points
Okay.
within a point.
Look,
Mic drop.
And we're going to let that marinate because
Look,
we're
okay.
going to come back and we're going to peel that apart like an onion, okay?
hey, Lord.
Because she has her perception of it, and then what about the man's perception of that same unconditional love?
Right.
So we're going to let that marinate, and we'll be right back with the ChiLove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. Don't go nowhere.
Mal y las montañas. Te veo bien lejos. Menéalo, menéalo, menéalo. Menéalo, menéalo, menéalo. Menéalo, menéalo, menéalo. Menéalo, menéalo, menéalo. Bien riquita, baby, menéalo. Menéalo, menéalo, menéalo. Bien riquita, baby, menéalo.
Hey, love. Welcome back to the ChiLove Radio Show. Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. We're here recognizing Black excellence here in Chicago. We're here talking about love and relationships since this is February and the month of love. We're going to continue on throughout the year with these love and relationships because it seems like everybody has some type of input on that. So if we can all help each other grow and mature and elevate, let's all come together and do it. We're only sharing minds.
That's right.
So I hope you've been letting everything marinate. We're talking about relationships, what is forgivable, what is unforgivable. What are some things that people should come into a relationship already knowing or being open to? So we left off with Miss Rachel. Miss Rachel White.
Y'all know I can talk, so I'm, you know what I'm saying.
And we were talking about, that unconditional love. And see, that's a great thing when you find somebody who got that unconditional love for you. But we were talking about the perception.
Yeah.
And how their perception, and you could perceive unconditional love to be one way, but your partner might have another idea. So what do you do in those cases when you say, as you was pointing, we have a gentleman here, Mr. Dennis, I love you unconditionally. There's nothing, is that saying that there is nothing that you can do to make me leave you? Is that what unconditional love means?
It doesn't, unconditional love doesn't give someone a pass to be a jackass.
What? Could you
That's,
repeat that?
that's not what it is. It's not. That's like saying, okay, God gonna forgive me my sins. So I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do, because God gonna forgive me. It don't matter. No, you still have to be responsible for your actions.
Very good.
Loving unconditional means that I don't need you to complete me. It means that I give you an open space to be exactly who you are. And see, the thing about it is there's no such thing as finding a perfect person.
Right.
That means that I love this man enough that I can deal with his imperfections. That he's shown me enough of himself, he's allowed me to see enough of himself to where I'm saying, okay, oh, that irks the hell out of me, but the other, what I love about him, it overpowers that. And I'm not gonna ride him to change this particular thing.
You know what I call that? I call that I love you too much to hold it against you.
Bam! Oh, I love that. There we go. And it's different for everybody.
Right.
Because, just like, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
Right.
That's how that whole concept, comes into play. The next woman may not be like, ooh, I can't. But I may be like, yeah, I can.
Exactly. So we have to get to know each other as individuals.
Right.
What might have worked in this relationship with somebody else may have allowed this next one is not going.
Right. Some people are just oil and water. They don't
Right.
mix, and you forcing it because of vain reasons of looks, money, whatever the case, ego, whatever.
Soul tie,
Some people are with people because of materialistic things.
Right.
It's not because they really love that person. It's just we look to get good together. We're a power couple. All that old nonsense. If it ain't real, then just keep it stepping.
And how can it really be a real power couple if the two aren't? You need trust. If you want to, especially if you want to take it outside of the personal and come into business, you need trust. I need to know that whether it's good, bad, or ugly, I know whether or not this came from my significant other. You know what I'm saying?
And just for a second, I got somebody on here. Miss Lauren says, unconditional love has nothing to do with placement. I can love you and forgive you, but that doesn't mean that I have to stay. I can love you unconditionally from a distance, which is true. Which is true. Don't let them take that power away from you.
Yes.
You can, love, forgive, and keep it moving.
Yes.
All in the same breath.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
So as we see here, you all have met Mr. Harold Dennis and Miss Barbara Foster. And now Miss Rachel White, Miss Rachel J here. Rachel J.
Yeah.
Here, I want to acknowledge her. Please stand. You have to stand.
Yeah, I was trying to get that stand up. I was like, she gonna make me stand up too.
Yes.
Hold on.
You had her really standing.
I know.
Go
Anybody told you to sit down.
Here we go. Miss Rachel White, Miss Rachel J is here. She is an actress here in Chicago. She is an entrepreneur. She is, as you can see, she has no problem speaking, especially speaking on, you can catch some of her videos where she's speaking on like women empowerment issues. These ladies here at this table, we all have that in common, that women empower, that female empowerment.
Yes.
And we want to protect each other as sisters. Like, do you know that you don't have to see each other every day? You don't have to be all in each other's personal business to be sisters and to protect each other and look out for each other as sisters.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
And there shouldn't be a competition against our fellow brothers.
Right.
There should be a oneness here.
Right.
And we should be protecting each other. But unfortunately, if we don't have a lot of the brothers protecting the sisters, we have to come together to protect ourselves. Until you all, everybody get it together. We all going on our own paths.
There's some brothers though that be going hard for
There's
us.
some bros that be putting it down.
There's brothers that go hard for our
And when
sisters
I
now,
tell
too,
you
now.
to those brothers, I love you.
We love you too.
Yeah.
We love, because I'm one of the good ones.
I love you. Thank you for that. But to those who feel like they have to come together to be protected from those who are supposed to protect them, we could get it together. it's a lot of healing that needs to be done. That's why I talk about the effects of trauma. Generational cycles that needs to be, cut down. A lot of, I'm talking like my daddy. I'm being like my daddy. I'm being like my mom.
Right.
Sometimes those are generational curses that need to be severed. And as I'm motivationally speaking, I'm going to let Miss Rachel J have her moment to motivationally speak because she brought product. So I'm going to let her...
Okay. I respect.
Introducing her.
I'm going to let her, introduce her product here. But we're going to, start off by giving her a welcome round of applause.
You get the full effect around here.
Can I sit down now? Look, she wasn't that long-winded on them. I swear. I love it. I love you, girl.
So tell us about your glasses.
I love all of it.
You got your products here and
Yes.
welcome to the ChiLove radio show. Let the audience see these wonderful shades. It's going to be spring and summertime soon, so let them know.
Oh, yes. See, I'm a firm believer that shades are, you can wear shades day and night because I do. I really do. So, I founded Ethereal Vision LLC, where perception is reality, because I've always been a huge fan of shades. I'm rocking the Lex right now. I have, the black leg with the clear lens, all clear Lex. But we gonna keep on talking. Just let me hold on before I finish. Let me see, bro. What you rocking here?
I'm rocking the purple Empress
Drip,
right
drip,
here.
drip.
Make sure that YouTube see it right ahead again.
Yes.
We gonna
Yeah.
So I
take
got shades for every occasion, because and at the end of the day, I formed this company because I want people to feel empowered through their creativity and self-mastery. I'm big on intention. I'm big on loving yourself from the inside out, and how you perceive life is your reality. So you can grow up in the hood and still not be ghetto, because your perception of reality is not, I'm ghetto just because I'm in the hood. You should not be a victim of your circumstances. You should always use those things to really build you up. And when it comes to unconditional, we've been talking about a lot of love, right? But the best love that you can give is to yourself. So you should love yourself unconditionally enough to see a better vision, to see a better version of yourself. So with EV Shades, boo-boo, they've been blessed with that Rachel J love. School's out, okay? So right here, this is Val, that sleek, sexy cat eye. You feeling me? So if you trying to step out on them, then you gonna rock that Val. All right, and then right now Melanie has on Noni. All right, now looking nice and cute.
Okay.
That nice cat eye, when you don't feel like being bothered, that means I don't want you to be in my eye. You gonna see that blackout. Okay. Mm-hmm. When you want to roll your eyes, don't want nobody to see that you wear your shirt. Yes. Then we have Claire. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You're trying to hit them with that blue. You know what I'm saying? It's all about style. Shades are an accessory, to how you are and who you are. So you should always feel free to just rock it out. And I encourage everybody, step out of your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Do something different. Be something different. Don't be conditioned to always do the same thing different day. I hate that saying. And I don't hate a lot of things, but I hate that saying. I don't want to do the same thing, just a different day. That's not who I am, and I encourage you to really look deep inside and focus on the essence of who you are, you know what I'm saying? And do that in some J's, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
J-A-I.
Get you some J's, and for the ladies who like to keep their hair bundled up, tell them where they can go to Miss Minivase.
Yes, Minivase, big shout out to Minivase. She sells
I love
bonnets and custom made bonnets. You can get your name on it. There's satin silk bonnets. Oh my gosh, your hair will be feeling like la in the morning, okay? Yes. So holla at Minivase Chrissy. We love you, girl. Big shout out to her.
I love salute.
Yes.
I want to thank all of my guests here for continuing Black history, for exhibiting Black excellence, for giving you something to aspire to, for getting to know yourself and heal. People don't understand that there's still a process that you are going through as a person while you are accomplishing things and just building yourself up. You know, everyone is human. This is real life. And I want to tell you all that I am very proud of you all. And I like you all to, in the effort of teamwork and family, help me welcome our next guests who are coming in, because we have some continued Black excellence to recognize.
Yay.
Let's stand up and introduce Miss.
Introduce them when you come back from the break. You have 14 minutes right now, sweetie.
Okay, I'm finna just shout them out. We ain't finna do that. And so we finna sit up here and we're gonna go and we're gonna acknowledge Miss Yolanda Bell and Mr. Mike the Poet.
All right.
When we come back off for our
Coming.
next break, I want to get the audience revved up to know that we have more Black excellence in the building. We have more conversation in the building. Is there anything that you all would like as far as life, love here in Chicago?
More money, more money, more money.
Can I have an order of Dwayne The Rock Johnson? I'm just saying. Okay. Yep.
I am proud of everyone. You all have greatness within you. Don't let anybody ever take that away from you. I don't know what all you had to go through to get to this point, or even what you have to go through on a daily basis, you know. Sometimes we can put it together and, you know, present ourselves to the public like we want to be, but nobody knows what's behind the scenes.
Right.
And a lot of times people feel like, well, certain people are making it because they don't have certain circumstances, you know?
Right.
And it's like, no, we have our own personal circumstances, you know, regardless of what it is. And it's that determination to get out there and do it. Is tapping into yourself. You know, a lot of people are mimicking other people.
Mm-hmm.
But as I say, do your thing.
It's your
Find out
thing.
who you are. Everything that everybody that you interact with, everything that you go through is teaching you what you like and what you don't like. So find out who you are so that you can do your thing. Follow your passions. And we will be right back real shortly with the ChiLove Radio Show to continue to talk about people who are following their passions and to who are exhibiting Black excellence here in Chicago on the ChiLove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium.
Banging body, thick on hips, mommy with the cute old lips, shaking that thing, making everything irrelevant. Make me wanna get it in. We could be more than friends. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I make the moves, I get the man. Throw it back, I'm throwing racks. Really wanna grab that. Take it to the.
Welcome back to the ChiLove Radio Show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. We're here recognizing Black excellence. We're here talking about love and relationships. You all just missed our wonderful guests. We had Mr. Harold Dennis here, Marva Foster, and Rachel White. And now I would like you all to help me welcome Miss Yolanda Bell. Woo! And Mr. Mike, Just the Poet Williams. Now, I have had people stand up in the studio tonight so that I can read a synopsis off of your accomplishments here in Chicago, and we're just recognizing how you are continuing on with Black history and Black excellence. So, Mr. Mike, just Mike the Poet, please stand, please.
Okay.
The floor is yours.
Do you want me to,
No, I'm going to introduce you first. Okay, Mr. Mike the Poet had an interesting bio, and his first poem was entitled "A Letter to Baby Sister," because of the tragedy, and that's what helped you to start to write poetry. Correct?
correct.
And this poem ended up being featured at Hot Sauce Poetry. Mr. Mike has over 300 poems to date. Very good. Hosted over 100 open mics. This is someone you should know, especially if you're in the whole poetry scene. He's a 2-time recording artist with CDs entitled My Poetry and Save Our Children, Save Our Streets. We do have people here in Chicago who are here to help, here to inspire for greatness, who care about the streets, who care about the children. He's a 4-time published author, a 5-time National Award-winning poet. He has 9 awards total so far, and is featured on 316 magazine and the Chicago Bridge magazine. So for that, I give you a ChiLove salute. I am proud. If there's anything that you would like to share with Chicago and let everybody know where they can find you and where they can follow you.
Sure. Just Mike, the poet. You can follow me on all social media networks as well as music networks as well too. iTunes, Spotify, Amazon App Books, and music online. So JUSTMICDA Poet. You could Google my name as well too for YouTube. So thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And we're talking about love and relationships, as I stated before. And what are some things that are forgivable in relationships? What are some things? Is cheating forgivable in relationships?
You gonna go for it?
Who you asking, Melanie?
It's
You're
open.
gonna have to direct them on that one. That's a direct question. You gotta. Ain't nobody got involved in
Since you're the man, yes, is it?
I believe it depends on the circumstances of the relationship. I've never actually forgiven for cheating. I've always left after that. It was just never the same.
Okay.
So to say that I wouldn't forgive, I don't know. You know, depending on how much my love is for that person and how forgiving that they are. You know, that they did the cheating. So
Okay.
I would say that.
Okay. What about you, Miss Yolanda?
As far as forgiveness,
Yes.
I believe that although beyond reasonable doubt, some people have a difficult time with trust factor. But I think we all, at some point in our time, we deserve an opportunity for a second chance, because at some point in time, we have all done some wrong. But there is only a certain degree of measure that you should take. A person will only go as far as you allow them to. So, but I believe that there's no one who hasn't done something at some point in time that they were not get forgiven for. But do not ever allow yourself to be misused or abused in any circumstance whatsoever.
And is it a one-time thing, continuous? Is there what are the borderlines here? When at one point should you say, okay, this is, you didn't just cheat just once. This wasn't a, you know.
Oh, well, no, I don't mean as far as cheating. I
Just
mean,
as far as acts.
I just mean as far as acts.
Well, yeah.
No, cheating for me. No,
What about abuse?
Don't say.
What about abuse?
Abuse can come in various forms.
Yes.
Of course, it comes, mentally. It can be verbally. It can be physical.
Mm-hmm.
I personally have never had to deal with a situation of abuse because I would refuse to allow myself to be in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that is definitely the first inkling that you have. There's a sign of abuse. Usually, a person has a pattern of that.
Right.
So I would think abuse is definitely not something. The person who's the abuser, they need help.
Yeah.
And they have to accept the fact that they have a problem. They have to admit to it. That's the first step to help.
Yeah.
So there is no acceptance of being abused.
Okay. What about misappropriation of money?
Would you like to go?
What if somebody gambled the rent money?
That in itself is an addiction.
Yeah.
If you do it with the rent money, just imagine what else you would do. Next, there's no groceries in the refrigerator. There's no electricity in the house.
Right. So at some point, the
There's no
person is
water.
becoming a liability, right?
Oh, that is without a doubt. Absolutely.
Okay. What about because I've noticed, like with long-term relationships with the elders, and you know, we are astonished at how long they've been together.
Yeah, they have put up.
And when you have those type of moments where you're asking, okay, how did it come this way? You may have a perception that they didn't really go through much. He didn't cheat on her like he did the other. You know what I'm saying? Like these men be doing, you know, he was there like he was supposed to be. But a lot of times when you talk to those elders, they saying, nah, baby, he took me through. You know what I'm saying? And we just refuse to give up on each other.
That is loyalty. That's what they call till death do we part. And the generations following some of our elders, as you say,
Yes.
we don't have that same type of love or loyalty because it is a different time and it's a different age.
Definitely. And people are staying and leaving for people used to stay back then for different circumstances that they don't have to continue the relationship now.
And also at that day and time, even though they got married younger, they really loved each other. Now people get married and they may love the person, but they're not in love with the person.
True.
So how can a person stay in love? What can you do to rekindle that in love feeling?
Well, you said to stay in love.
Stay in love, become in love, just be in the in love energy. What if you had and lost it?
I would say the same thing you do to gain that person is the same thing you do throughout the relationship. You should always date. If you're married 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you should still be in a dating pattern. If you have to take one day aside, a week, you have to have that time with your spouse.
Okay. All right.
Make it a date night.
Date night.
Absolutely.
Those
Like,
are
even if it's
important.
like once a month, you know, have a date night.
You just have to, both that on your calendar.
And I'm going to introduce this pretty girl right here, this one beautiful young lady. When we come right back from our break with the ChiLove radio show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. You don't want to miss who she is. We'll be right back.
Don't make dollars if it don't make sense. Addicted to the money and these dead presidents. I'm stacking up in this cash, counting dividends. Don't make dollars if it don't make sense. Addicted to the money and these dead presidents.
Hey, welcome back to the ChiLove radio show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium. We're here recognizing Black history, Black excellence here in Chicago, the continuation of Black history in love and relationships, since this is the month of love. And we were just talking about, we had such wonderful guests here, Harold Dennis, Rachel White, and we have Marva Foster here at the table. Marva, who is that you're wearing?
Okay, hold on, let me put this down. So I am wearing Van Johnson's Chicago Rilla brand. Keep that.
Yes.
Okay, and you guys can get your own at chicagorilla.com. Thank you, Van.
And you can check Van out on what's that little show called?
Black Ink Chicago.
Yes, I like that show too. I just
see
couldn't
it?
think of the name real quick, but Black Ink Chicago with Van, Ford, Ryan. I know y'all the names. Everybody up in there is hot. So support. There
Yes.
is plenty of us out here that is doing great things. Let's support each other. Let's come together. Let's heal together. We can do this. So now I want to recognize some more Black excellence. Last but not least,
Beautiful.
Miss Yolanda Bell. I need you to stand up for the people. I want you all to help me welcome her as she continues to contribute to Black excellency here in Chicago. Miss Yolanda Bell is a model, as you can see. She got it. Actress, vocalist. She was Miss January. She was a calendar model.
Oh.
Miss January 2019 for Be Beautiful and Blessed. Indeed, she is. She has engaged in film and stage work. To know she has 5 screenplays that she is currently working on, and out of 5 of them, she has a leading role. She is also a part of the outreach and charity Women's Sparkle Circle of Friends. She's into women empowerment groups. She's a part of the Order of the Eastern Stars, and she's a licensed ministry. Now, you don't have that too often where somebody is modeling, acting in the industry, and still being led in the forefront. That, as I like to say, Mama Diddy God. So I am very proud of you. Thank you for contributing to Black Excellence here in Chicago. Thank you for being an inspiration to the young women here. And she's also, we had plenty of guests here tonight who are about empowering women, empowering each other, ministry, because we need that. Yes, we have the money and the tangible things, but we need that spirituality too to help us so that we can see clearly, especially being in situations where we are industry linked or street linked. So thank you very much. I want to thank you for joining us today. And you may have a seat. We're going to continue on with the love and relationship.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the acknowledgement.
Would you tell them, though, where they can find you, and if you have anything else that you would like to share with Chicago?
Yes, absolutely. I am, of course, as most people are, I am on Facebook. I am under Southern Belle LaDon. My name is Yolanda Bell, so it kind of links together because I am an actual Southern Belle. I was raised in the South, in Louisiana. I am also on Instagram. I am under my 2princess_Ada_Cody. And I am also an entrepreneur myself. I see my sister Rachel and I have a lot in common because I have an eyewear business as well called High Eye Maintenance. And I am a stylist. I'm a fashion stylist for clothing, fashion consultant, and I am also an eyewear consultant. So if you want to get connected with me, feel free to reach out to me on social media. Again, I'm Yolanda Bell. I am so grateful to be acknowledged on this show today. So I want to thank our host, my sister here, and I am also congratulating all of my sisters and brothers who were on the panel today. So thank you for having me.
Anytime. I'm very proud of you all. And Mr. Mike, let's do something a little creative here since we're talking about love and relationships.
All right.
Could you spit something in regards to that?
She's still searching. It's for that one love. She's still searching to heal her soul where she's been left hurting. You see, she's getting tired of all these heartaches and pains, being left with just memories and names. Some were liars, some were cheaters, while others were just controllers and beaters, never taking the blame, too overprotective of your pretty frame. And yeah, I may be a man, but yet I can understand your pain. She's still searching. She's been searching long. You see, in love is where your heart belongs. She's getting tired of playing these same sad songs. Is there a right one? She's uncertain. It's for the one love. She's still searching. That's just a little bit of something. She's still searching.
Beautiful.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we need to see more of Mike the Poet and these events and stuff that's going on here because he got it. Everybody here got it. It's greatness here in Chicago. All this Chiracian and just the negative energy and vibes that comes with Chicago's name when we have so much greatness here, so much power here, so much beauty here. We have it.
Yes.
We just have to be a little more mindful of how we treat each other. Understand that there are things that we must heal. Understand that there are things that we must relearn. And be open. Open and vulnerable. Love is vulnerable. But it's worth it. Comfortable with yourselves. I want you all to continue. Give you all a ChiLove salute to all my guests who were here today. I thank you all very much. I appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate what you're doing for the city of Chicago. This is ChiLove. We are not Chirac.
Yeah.
And just because you have love, you know, people think that that's a soft thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much strength it takes to love and to continue to love? Do you know what type of protection comes from you when you love somebody? It's not a soft thing. You got to be strong to love. You got to be strong to continue to love. Let's all start with ourselves. Let's start with each other. Let's respect the differences that we have and be open to relearning. into restructuring and continuing to elevate, because we all got it. That's the Chicago spirit. We have that here. And I'm going to continue to point it out. We're going to continue to plant seeds. And we're going to continue to blossom, to water these seeds and let these flowers grow. And the flowers are the people. Change the energy in the atmosphere. You have a tiff with somebody, some type of a disagreement. See if you could work it out before resulting to Chirac tactics. Love each other too much to bash each other head in. How about that? Love your people too much to put them through you, through them having to support you because you didn't bash somebody head in. How about that? And we're going to continue to talk about love and relationships and expose Black excellence here in Chicago. I'll have on more guests. We'll have 2 more shows this month because we're actually coming in on the 21st and the 24th. So Friday and then again that Monday, we'll be continuing on with Black excellence and discussing love and relationships. Thank you all for tuning in. We're here with the ChiLove radio show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio and Spotify Premium. Check us out on the YouTube page, Pop Radio Worldwide. And before you go, we have some hotline numbers for you all, because I know that this could be a trying time when you're getting to know your new self and you're healing over some things. So of course we have the suicide number, 1-800-248-7475. I also have something plumbing services. A lot of women talk about things being broken and the men can't fix. Y'all know that causes problems in the household. Women don't like stuff to be, sitting around and being broken. So if you can do it, it's okay. We got a little plumbing service for you. You can call these people, 773-816-4777. You can ask for Matt.
Not every man is a handyman.
Not every man is a handyman, and that is all right. A lot of times in love and relationships, it's creations. Babies are born, babies are made. And we love the ultrasounds. That was one of my favorite parts of me, the ultrasound. So if you wanted 2D, 3D, or 4D ultrasound, you can call 224-551-5783. And we also have couples counseling, because sometimes we cannot rectify the issue alone, and we need help. In that case, you can call 1-773-598-7797. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll see you all next Monday with more beautiful guests here on the ChiLove radio show, Pop Radio Worldwide, iHeartRadio, and Spotify Premium.
Scout with me feet speak. Chemo, solid. Addicted to the money, addicted to the cash. Always on their neck, always on their. All I do is win, ain't no going back.
Salute to ChiLove Radio.
They got no win, they just pretend I get the man. They do a lot.